Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chibowski in the second round of the 3v3 season, fighting a guy called Oh So Close, which is kind of how I felt after my last round, which I didn't record because I had some of the worst stuff happen to me in a very long time. So I figured because of that, let's record this new season. Basically what happened is he couldn't clear half my board, like not even the fleets, but I had some really shitty stuff happen on offense. Don't even remember which matches it was. I think it was all on the back. So on one of his fleets, his Malevolence fleet actually failed because I got 3 dodges and I landed 0 target locks besides Anakin's basic, which can be resisted. So I've never had that in years of fighting a Malevolence fleet, and since I was undersizing with just 4 ships, that's the first time it ever went wrong, which could have cost me the win against a good opponent. And then against the Vader team, I went in with CLS and it crashed after Watt put down his tech. So that was pretty weird. And then the new team, that was just like a judgment error. So I actually made 3 mistakes, really high number. But yeah, the guy couldn't get through, so that wasn't too much of an issue. Now, Oh So Close here. I figured I'd just make a video, say hello to everyone. Hope you're having a good time. I don't really foresee too many issues to fight him, but I thought, hey, let's make a video. It's weekend, I've got some time. So 5 mil GP, Supreme Leader Kylo, and he's getting Sith Eternal Emperor. So he's already got the characters up, like Dooku, Sidious, Marauder, Maul, etc. And that's pretty much why we got matched. Other than that, he's like missing characters in quite a lot of departments. Like his R2 here is literally even gear 8. Hadn't even seen that. So yeah, gonna fight him, and I'll show you a bit about what I had in mind to fight his teams, because he put down his Supreme Leader Kylo, that Maul team, which I've never really fought before, so that should be interesting. Poggle, Droidica, Magna, and then over here another First Order team, his Geos, and a Grievous team. So I kind of had this in mind. So First Order, I just have a better team. R2's burning stops Maul's evasion. Supreme Leader Kylo mirror, and I'll just add some First Order. I didn't want to put in too much work there. Then Bastilla with Wampa maybe against these. I can also do other things later, depending on what's in the back. So then I Luke against First Order, Traya against Geos, and Padme against Grievous. So without talking too much more, I'm just going to start a fight against Grievous in this case with Padme. And as you notice there, I'm not using GK. And the reason is that you don't really need him. You can just save him for another team. So I'll show you how that works. Don't really need any specific kind of modding. Doesn't really matter what the relics are on their team, as long as it's B1 and B2, then it's fine. So that's the most important part of that match. So you start by kicking B2, and in this case that didn't really get a stun in, which is fine. And then you start going for B2, and in this case that's taking a lot of time. Last time it was significantly faster. Now I can use the protection up here. I don't really need to, because both Anakin and Ahsoka have protection up at this time. But it will allow me to generate some courage, as both of them will go before B2 does. So in this case I'll actually use it, because it allows me to speed up this B2 kill a little bit. So Grievous actually hit Ahsoka there through her what's it called? Through a protection up. Now you don't want to AoE with Anakin, because that's going to trigger B2, and if you trigger B2 you feed Terminator to B1, and then you're kind of in trouble. So that was actually a misplay, what I literally just did, the kick. I got too eager, but that could have cost me Ahsoka right there. So what you're actually supposed to do is when you kill, you need to have protection up. That's what makes this counter works, and instead of properly showing you how it works, I just showed the improper way. So I got a little bit lucky there, but even if Ahsoka would have gone down, I think I'd end up okay. And now you just kind of have to burn through B1. There's no point in really going after Grievous yet. The only important part here is that when B1 goes down, you have some protection up to survive this attack from Grievous, which I just did. And then now I can heal back to full on all of them, and it's pretty much always like 51 banners. Unless you lose someone like I almost did. But you can see there, even with a misplay, you're okay. It's not too worrisome as long as you kind of match them in relics a little bit, which I more or less do. In this case, it's a pretty strong B1 I'm fighting. So Geos then always want to check Spy. Doesn't really have too much going for him with modding, so he can't really crit my Scion, which means I can just go in with Tooth Sith. I don't really need to add Nihilus for anything here. There's just one little downside to not adding Nihilus in 3v3, which is that you run a bit of a risk that you pick off like some of the characters, but not all of them, and then they don't really generate enough turns to really take you down. That can be a bit irritating. Like to take themselves down, I mean. So I don't know if that's going to happen in this match. That's what I had last round. I spent forever on Geo Brute Alpha, as I didn't bring Nihilus, and that's not really too much fun. So now typically I like to pick off Spy if able to, but then as there are less Geos around and Sunfac starts taunting, so I have to kill him too, yeah, I might end up in the same scenario here, and then I can show you a bit how I work through that, which is, I guess, very time consuming. So that's the downside of it. But I'm gonna leave Sunfac alive for now, just let them take more turns. I don't really need to mess around with the Isolate, because I really don't want to have to fight Brute. The main advantage of the Isolate is that you're able to reduce the cooldowns. In a moment like right now, when he's about to do the heal, it could be attractive to use it. But then I run a bit of a risk, but I'll try it now. And he should still have pain, so I can do some more damage. And now he's gonna do the heal. But unfortunately then Brute did get the taunt off, but I have him dazed. So you kind of have to chain up the attacks like this, and now as you can see the heal failed. So that's gonna allow me to get to him a little more easily. Maybe. So you have to like repeat this process that I just kind of chaotically described a bunch of times to try to get through, but it's tricky. Another option is to just autoplay and try to get through it as soon as possible. Not really fun either, but yeah, because of this, in 3v3 it can be more attractive. Oh, that's the wrong Geo. It can be more attractive to bring along Nihilus or just any kind of other character to add a bit of damage, otherwise you can get stuck on these guys, which is, yeah, pretty time consuming. So, looks like the clock keeps ticking, but yeah, I'm gonna kill Sunfac first, so it helps to reduce some of the health equalization. So I believe also what I did last time. He should go down in pretty close, but he's gonna heal now, I think. Okay, let's see if an AoE here could do the job. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, like you could say there's a risk of timing out, but I haven't really had it happen, and this was against a Relic 5 Geo Brute Alpha. Maybe if Sunfac was also relicked, then they would out-heal me at my gear 12, but then I would have brought a bit more than I did now. So against First Order, what I've never actually tried is the Jedi Knight Luke solo. I'm not going to do it now either, I guess. I don't know if it's possible. I haven't really looked for it. It probably is. But I just like to send in these guys and save some of my other teams for other zones and or teams at the top, etc. But these two work just fine. You can go immediately for the damage dealer, get the stun in on everyone, kill them, and then the rest kind of deals with itself. The fortunate part that you have is that Kylo Ren Unmasked cannot... oh wow, that was one hit. Pretty nice. Kylo Ren Unmasked cannot stun me, which is the main thing this team has going for it, so I think he should be able to solo it. I just figured I'm gonna pretty much get the same number of banners, so why not just include Hermit Yoda and get 55, because I think without it, recovering all of the protection might be tricky. Traya in the back. Oof, gear 11, mate. Why does he go this light? That's ridiculous. Well, I'm not even gonna draw this stuff on the board. There's absolutely no point in like overthinking what you're gonna send in on gear 11 teams, so I'm just gonna immediately burn through them, have a bit of a higher pace than I tend to do sometimes. So I think in general that's one thing I should probably improve about the videos is just kind of pick up the pace a bit. Get started with the fights a bit sooner, rather than explaining too much about the strategy. I think and hope that people find it interesting, but maybe I should balance it a little bit. Hopefully this heals to full. There we go. So yeah, Kylo, even if they're gear 12 or even if some of them are relicked, he can pretty much handle it by himself. I'll just CLS the Traya team. I'll go up top next though, because that's where I'll need my remaining strong teams. Let's do Supreme Leader Kylo next. See which first order I have left. I could do these guys. Let me think. So he has a tank, but he doesn't have Hux. So if I pick off the tank immediately, and I pick off Officer, then it's already 3v1. So I think that's what I'll go with. I'm just gonna go with a fast killing. So bring Hux, and I guess Special Forces. And then I can save my Kylo Ren mass team for something else. Pretty sure this should work. And if not, well, sucks, I guess. I do have to keep in mind I have a health modded Supreme Leader Kylo. I could have seen that part coming. Yeah, that's gonna... because he still has advantage. As long as Hux has advantage here, he should... emphasis on should survive. I don't want to call an assist here, but I think it's gonna happen regardless, so... Oh yeah, of course, I land the stun there. Nice. Okay, this should turn it around nicely. Unless, of course, my Hux gets picked off. So I think Hux getting picked off might end up costing me quite a bit here. Kind of trashing my run. I should have checked for the speed, which I didn't do. I do also still have, what's his name? Thrawn, in case I need to clean this up, which is starting to look quite likely at this point. Since I don't have my ultimate yet. He's got the advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one. It's okay, I'm not worried that my opponent's gonna one-shot me. Could still happen, I guess. He's gonna go in ultimate first. I don't know if the advantage is gonna let me tank it. Oh, easily, wow. That was crazy. Well, we'll see how this fight ends up. I can AoE now. Nice. Well, it turned out okay, even with the, I guess, misplay or just not checking the mods. Cool. I think no matter what I would have thrown in, I would have ended up with this number of banners, so not too worried about that part. This one I'm really curious about though, the Maul. Let's take a look if he did anything with the modding. Not really expecting it, but after not checking if that Supreme Leader Kylo was faster, it might be smart to do it. I'm wondering though, because mine was really fast already. I guess he's got to have had speed modding. I actually want to check now. Yeah, okay. 574, yeah, I wasn't gonna outspeed that. Well. So Maul, I want to do Rage Jedi training there. I have other options, but I'm just curious if they would be able to pull it off. The first target there is definitely Marauder. Maul is not too much of a concern. Sidious, when he stops stealthing, will definitely kill himself. So I'm just thinking here, if I even want to bother with the mind trick, does it make any sense? I could also unstealth Sidious, and then his AoE will make him kill himself. But if I ability block, which would be likely, then his AoE does not kill him. So, I think Marauder's damage is gonna be way lower. All right, I'm gonna go for Sidious here. Get the burning in. No exposes, that kind of sucks. But I can go for this guy now. So as long as I land the burning, that's quite all right. All right, let's do the smoke screen over here at least. I guess I control Maul. Kind of little damage, but yeah, I guess it's a pretty high relic character. And all these attacks out of turn feed turn meter to Marauder over there on the right. One thing I just have to keep in mind is that if I kill Marauder first, Sidious is going to take a bonus turn, so let's actually get him out first if I'm able to. We should probably kill both. No, close. Well, I guess that works. Not gonna if I can recover the health on R2, that would be nice. I just don't know if the basic is physical damage. Does that have more health steal than the burning? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember from the Sith raid. In the Sith raid, I remember one of the two moves always healed more than the other. Just don't remember which one. Let's go for the AoE heal. That healed like 2k, and it counted. Okay, nice. Wasn't sure there. So then we have these left. I don't really need to risk this, to be honest. Not that there's a risk in the first place, but it's not really any added value for me to split up my teams. I have more than I need. Let's probably just kill Treya first. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, pretty much why I just wanted to bring CLS. I thought I could... Did I lose a banner? I guess Chewie loses a protection banner. Okay, that works. Wampa over here. They don't have enough damage and nothing really to control me. So, pretty sure this should work. It's just Log Ray that messes with you. Typically. Let's keep picking off Wicket. The rest will handle themselves. Yeah, I just remember a while back I had one bad experience with Wampa against Ewoks. I guess it's then a Bounty Hunter mirror match with better Bounty Hunters. I could also consider bringing Watt. Just need to keep in mind that Watt himself might die. So just trying to think there. I guess I'll try that. See if I can top up the banners in the end. Just immediately go for Boba. And then it should be fine. There's nobody else here really who can kill either, so I should be able to get 3 kills if I do this. Go for that. Go for the weapon tech on Boba. Put up the taunt. And then get started. Kinda nice. I'm just gonna go before Bosk even taunts here still. 9 debuffs. Well, if that's not gonna kill him, then I don't know what will. Not even a crit, but still did the job. Alright, well, no way for Watt to get any kind of damage in, so maxing banners here should be pretty easy. It really helped that I went before both of them, because that allowed me to stack so many dots. I'm not gonna be impatient and autoplay. That should get the kill, perfect. Because I would like to max my banners. And yeah. So what else is going on? I'm undecided on the new Galactic Legend that's going on. Yeah, it's been difficult to decide, to be honest, because both of them have their very clear drawbacks and advantages. Neither of them is really wowing me so far, and I was kind of expecting CG to do something about the fact that Jedi Master Luke is so stupidly easily soft countered, and that Sith Eternal Emperor just gets demolished by Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Like, it's absolutely nobody's business. Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Like, if they are going to do anything, and that would have a pretty big impact on what Galactic Legend you would want to pick. And I think after sort of the fiasco with Rey last time, where a lot of people really felt like they missed out on sort of their preferred choice in the end, which would have been Kylo for many people. I think because of that, people are a lot more wary, and I was hoping that CG would learn something from that, but that's probably very naive. So let's go for this guy. But yeah, I'm just hopeful, I guess, that they'll do something, because I don't feel like they're quite in the spot where they need to be. To me, it almost feels like CG just released them because they didn't want to delay and hurt their income, and just figured, well, it's so complicated, we'll just figure it out along the way as we learn from what the players do, where the advantages and weaknesses are. I also still have my resistance heroes on offense. I guess I could send those in. Why not? Could be more fun than First Order, which is kind of boring. Yeah, I might do that. Makes for a more interesting match. So it's Poggle, Droidica, and Magna. Yeah, it should work. If not, then we learn an interesting lesson. Just trying to change a couple things up every now and then. So Droidica probably has stupid evasion right now, but Poggle does too. So let's start with Poggle. And I guess just absolutely end Poggle. Daze and Stagger, and then Finn should be able to hit the Stagger. If it is, of course, if it is a hit, but my Finn does still have a lot of damage, so this should get rid of Droidica. If any of the hits are actual hits. There we go. Nah, it's still gonna count, I think. Damn it, of course he strips all the banners. Well, only one of them in the end. I guess Finn restored one with a counter. Alright, that was pretty easy. And then fleet-wise, so he does have his Malevolence, but then that Thrawn fleet, what is that? My god, he just chucked a lot of high GP ships in there, I think. Alright, let's not get a repeat of what happened last time. But I will still absolutely go in with 4 ships, because I'm not going to accept what happened there. But if I start seeing dodges, I'm going to freak out, I think. So let's go for the Vulture Droid. Just have to make sure he's gone. There's also an option to go for Sunfac in the beginning. I'm not a fan of it. Lovely. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it because like the timing with the ultimate is off a little bit when you do that. You get like one turn where you have to do a basic with the negotiator, which is a bit awkward. No target lock here, kinda sucks. So we bring in Plo, boost the turn meter, pick off Sunfac, and it probably gets Spy in our face. There's also the option earlier on when Hyena has target lock to just do a basic with Anakin and speed up the capital ship. That might actually be nicer. There comes Spy, yeah. And this is always annoying, like you could cleanse Anakin, but then you just give him taunt. That's the one, like, really clear shortcoming of Plo in this lineup. But I'm gonna cleanse the Y-Wing because he had a Vulture Droid, and that's a bit more important. I still get the awkward turn, yeah, that's why I was supposed to do the basic earlier. Just didn't do it. So then I take more damage, which is not ideal. As long as the buzz droids stay away, I'm good though. I think it's okay if I hit him here. Just reduce that incoming damage a bit. Get one attack in here, and now this should dispose of pretty much all the ships. Just thinking in this case, actually, the Daze attack might be a bit nicer. So I'll go with that, because it ensures this and should allow me to pick off this guy before they do anything else, rather than wait until he takes a turn and then the bombs do almost no damage. 66 is pretty good. The dog is dreaming here next to me, so if you hear some weird scratching sounds on the floor, that's it. Let's see if the finalizer works well over here. First order. And then put this one in, and I guess the houndstooth in the back. And that should probably already be enough. I think if the initial guys don't do enough damage, then I'm in trouble anyway. But let's just add one ship for good measure. She's running in her dreams, I think. Looks pretty funny. Anyways, first target here would be, if I'm able to select them, the TIE Bomber. So just going to put Hunted on there and get the stun in as well. I think the stun is pretty important so that I don't get the AoE burning on me. Then I have a AoE myself, but I'd rather use this move here to get another stun. There we go. And then I can pass the turn to this guy and just pick off the bomber as soon as possible. Not really expecting any wonders in terms of banners from this lineup, but I figured this is what I'm gonna use. So AoE. And now in this case here, there's a lot of people who like to do this, or like to call in a reinforcement, and in this case I can call a reinforcement, but just on the specials, I always feel like since you have the silencer, the basic is actually nicest, because you can just call another assist with the TIE silencer, which I think does a lot more damage than the AoE does, or any of the other moves really. Yay, banner stripped from that one too. Let's stun this guy, hopefully. Nice. Also, I don't quite understand that special from the First Order TIE Pilot. I never really understood it. Like, why would you pick that over the ability to do a double hit? I just don't feel like it does more damage at all, but I still do it. I guess just because the target lock thing is shining in your face. It looks attractive, but it doesn't really make too much sense to use that ability at all. Anyway, 58, that's pretty atrocious, but yeah, it's a 6-star finalizer, so final score 26-64. I'm not worried at all that he would beat me. I knew he would go last, because I believe that's typically what he does. And that seems to be like a recurring theme in the first week of 3v3 especially. You either have people who just don't bother and auto-deploy, or you get more people who are going to wait because they're nervous about 3v3 and just need to get into it a bit more, and they really want to see what their opponent does. So yeah, I'll show you the final score in the end and get back to you. So I had a look at the map and I thought that my opponent hadn't attacked initially, and I see he's done some additional attacks now, but initially he just preloaded this Phasma Sith Trooper team, and oh wow, he's gone on a lot of teams and failed on almost every single one. And then at the bottom as well, he preloaded Darth Revan, and that was it. But now that I just had another look, looks like he has done some more attacks and pretty much gotten stuck, so he's not going to be clearing any zones, and by the looks of it, only one team. So not too close might be a better name for this one. Yeah, thanks for watching. I don't think that the finals are going to be anything super exciting. This guy didn't have Jedi Master Luke at the start, pretty sure. If he does, that's going to be a fun ride. It's actually his only Galactic Legend, so maybe it's possible. I'm pretty sure I checked everyone and he didn't have him. But if I fight that one, that should be a lot of fun. And then I'll definitely record it. And then this guy here, yeah, I mean, really low lifetime score. Doesn't seem to take stuff too seriously, so I don't know. I'll see if I record if I have time, though we have another territory war coming up, so I'll have to see. Hope your rounds went well so far, good luck getting to Kyber, and see you all soon.